Hi, good morning everybody. Okay, in last class our politics third chapter is over. Okay, in our textbook that is the third chapter, but actually it is the second chapter. That means the first chapter excluded completely. Then that means in our textbook there is included the first one. What is that? Okay, democracy in the contemporary world, that completely avoided. We want to consider what is democracy, why democracy, that is the first chapter. Second chapter, constitutional design. Then we want to discuss the continuation for that. That means our new chapter, electoral politics. Okay, electoral politics, what are included the electoral politics? Here is some. Yes, election procedures, who conducted election, under what procedure followed the election. Okay, what are the theories, or what are the important things related to the election process, and so many things we want to discuss through this chapter. Okay, then here we want to discuss more details related to the election. Here firstly want to discuss the introductory part. What is our chapter name? Electoral politics. Okay, in your textbook there is chapter 4. What is our chapter name? Electoral politics. Okay, electoral politics. Firstly, here is overview. In every chapter from politics we know that there is one overview. That means just give a simple description what are included in this chapter, what want to study from this chapter, and so many things there is included. Okay, yes, all of you look at textbook. I will read. In chapter 2 we have seen that in democracy it is neither possible nor necessary for people to govern directly. The most common form of democracy in our times is for the people to govern through their representatives. Okay, here rule or govern through their representatives. In this chapter we will look at how these representatives are elected. We know that here is rulers, that is representatives. Through this chapter we want to discuss how we can elect the representatives, who are the representatives, on what basis we can select the representatives, and so many things included here is. Okay, we begin by understanding why elections are necessary and useful in a democracy. Listen, here we begin, that means we started by understanding. What understanding? Okay, what is the necessity of, or what is the necessary things for election, and also here why elections are necessary and useful in a democracy. Why elections are necessary and what is the use of election, and so many things we want to discuss from this chapter. Then we try to understand how electoral competition among parties serves the people. We then go on to ask what makes an election democratic. The basic idea here is to distinguish democratic elections from non-democratic elections. Okay, firstly our first chapter, I mean what is democracy and why democracy. In our textbook there is the second chapter. There we already discussed what is the difference between democracy and non-democracy. Okay, same as in case of how we can select the democratic government, or what basis here is a non-democratic government, and so many things related to this topic. Okay, then the rest of the chapter tries to assess elections in India in the light of this yardstick. We take a look at each stage of elections, from the drawing of boundaries of different constituencies to the declaration of a result. Okay, we want to discuss these things step by step. Okay, then at each stage we ask what should happen and what does happen in elections. Towards the end of the chapter, we turn to an assessment of whether elections in India are free and fair. Here, we also examine the role of the Election Commission in ensuring free and fair elections. Okay, we also examine the role of the Election Commission in ensuring free and fair elections. Okay, that means what is the reason behind it? Here is a free and fair election. What is the speciality of? What are the merits of a free and a fair election? And so many things we want to discuss from this chapter. We already discussed earlier what is the reason behind it. But what are the procedures we want to study from this chapter? Okay. Our first topic, why elections? Okay. Here is why elections. Assembly election in Haryana. Here gives some extract. All of you look at textbook. There is one paper report, newspaper cutting. The time is after midnight. An expectant crowd sitting for the past 5 hours in a chowk of the town is waiting for its leader to come. The organizers assure and reassure the crowd that he would be here any moment. The crowd stand up whenever a passing vehicle comes that way. It arouses hopes that he has come. Listen, from this paragraph we understood something. There is crowd expecting somebody. Okay, there all are standing there because they expected or expecting one person reach there. Okay, then the leader is Mr. Devilal, the chief of the Haryana Sankarsh Samiti, who was to address a meeting in Karnal on Thursday night. The 76-year-old leader is a very busy man these days. His day starts at AM and ends after 11 p.m. Okay? They are waiting. The crowd were waiting. Which person? There is a leader. Who is that? Mr. Devilal, the chief of the Haryana Sankarsh Samiti. That is the Mr. Devilal, who was to address a meeting in Karnal on Thursday night. The 76-year-old leader is a very busy man these days. His day starts at 8 a.m. to ends with 11 p.m. He had already addressed 9 election meetings since morning. He addressed 9 election meetings, been constantly addressing public meetings for the past 23 months and preparing for this election. Listen, he constantly addressing public meetings for the past 23 months. We know that 1 year is equal to 12 months. 23 months, that means nearly 2 years. Here, for what? Preparing for this election. Okay, his preparation started before 23 months, nearly 2 years. Okay, then here assembly elections in Haryana. Then we already discussed one newspaper cutting. Here is one report from newspaper. On the basis of we understood there is going on election. There is some procedures related to election, that the election processes following there, and also their leader, that is the Devilal. Okay, he the chief of the Haryana Sankarsh Samiti. Okay, the newspaper report is about the state assembly election in Haryana in 1987. Okay, in which year? 1987. Where? Haryana. Okay, 1987. Then here the state had been ruled by a Congress party led government since 1982. Chaudhary Devilal, then an opposition leader, led a movement called Nyaya Youth. Okay, here is one movement that called Nyaya Youth. That means ന്യായത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള യുദ്ധം, struggle for justice. Listen, I repeat, the newspaper report is about the state assembly election in Haryana in 1987. Here we discussed one newspaper report that is related to the state assembly election in which year 1987. The state had been ruled by a Congress party. Okay, the state had been ruled by which party? A Congress party led the government since 1982. Chaudhary Devilal, then an opposition leader, led a movement. Okay, Chaudhary Devilal, that is the opposition leader. Okay, listen, he led a movement that is called Nyaya Youth, that means the struggle for justice, and formed a new party that is called Lok Dal. Okay, he formed a new party that is called Lok Dal. His party joined other opposition parties to form a front against the Congress in the elections. Listen. His party joined. Whose party joined? Devilal's party joined other opposition parties. For what purpose he joined, or his party joined the other opposition party? To form a front against the Congress in the elections. In the election campaign, Devilal said that if his party won the election, his government would waive the loans of farmers and small businessmen. He promised that this would be the first action of his government. Okay, listen, here is the in the election campaign. Okay, we know that on the election campaign on that time our all leaders promises something. അല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് ചില വാഗ്ദാനങ്ങൾ തരാനല്ലേ. ലൈക്ക് ഹിയർ ഓൾസോ ദേവിലാൽ പ്രോമിസ്ഡ്, ഇഫ് ഐ വൺ ദ ഇലക്ഷൻ, അല്ലേ, ഞാൻ ഇലക്ഷനിൽ വിൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, ഓക്കെ, ഇഫ് ഐ വൺ ദ ഇലക്ഷൻ, ഹിസ് ഗവൺമെൻറ് വുഡ് വേവ് ദ ലോൺസ് ഓഫ് ദ ഫാമേഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് സ്മോൾ ബിസിനസ്മാൻ. ഹി പ്രോമിസ്ഡ് ദാറ്റ് ദിസ് വുഡ് ബി ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ഹിസ് ഗവൺമെൻറ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആക്ഷൻ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ വേവ് ദ ലോൺസ് ഓഫ് ഫാമേഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് സ്മോൾ ബിസിനസ്മാൻ. അണ്ടർലൈൻ ദാറ്റ്. The people were unhappy with the existing government. Listen, the people unhappy with the existing government. That means they are not satisfied the existing government rule. That's why people were unhappy. Then they were also attracted by Devilal's promise, and also they attracted Devilal's promise. What is Devilal's promise? Yes, government would waive the loans of farmers and small businessmen. Then, so when elections were held, they voted overwhelmingly in favor of Lok Dal and his allies. Listen, here Devilal promised something. At the same time, they are not satisfied the existing rule. That's why most of the people are ready to give vote to this party. Which party? Lok Dal. Lok Dal and its partners won 76 out of 90 seats in the state assembly. Listen, Lok Dal and its partners won 76 out of 90. Total 90 seats. There 76 seats got this party, Lok Dal and his partners. That party is partners. Then Lok Dal alone won 60 seats and thus had a clear majority in the assembly. Listen, Lok Dal alone had 60 seats. That means a clear, it pointed, that means a clear majority in the assembly. Assembly nalla majority ulla koodal seat kittittulladu Lok Dalinanu. Then the Congress could win only 5 seats. The Congress, the existing rule, they are not satisfied the existing rule. That's why the Congress, they got only 5 seats. Once the election results were announced, the sitting chief minister resigned. Listen, the election result announced, the sitting the chief minister resigned. We know that election result approved on that time. Here is we want to change our existing ruler. That's why the existing chief minister resigned. What do you mean by resigned? Resigned means രാജിവെക്കുക, resign ചെയ്യുക. Okay. Then the newly elected members of the legislative assembly, how can we say? MLA, members of the legislative assembly. Okay. Here the newly elected members of legislative assembly of Lokdal chose Devilal as their leader. They chose Devilal as their leader. The governor invited Devilal to be the new chief minister. 3 days after the election results were declared, he became the chief minister. Listen, he became the chief minister. Devilal became the chief minister. As soon as he became the chief minister, his government issued a government order waiving the outstanding loans of small farmers, agricultural laborers, and small businessmen. His party ruled the state for 4 years. The next elections were held in 1991, but this time his party did not win popular support. The Congress won the election and formed the government. Okay, listen here. The introductory part of this chapter, that means the 1987 there is a election held. On that occasion, here is one opposition party, that is the Devilal's party, Lokdal. They promised something, that means they waive the loan to small businessmen, farmers. That's why all are promised, and also he gave some promises. The common people support this promises, and also they are ready to give vote to this party, that means the Lokdal party. Okay, after effect of this the election, here is a Lokdal party won. On that occasion, the existing party, that is the Congress party, they didn't get popular support from this area because they are not satisfied their role. That's why they got only 5 seats. The Congress party got only 5 seats. At the same time, we know that 60 seats alone got to the Lokdal party. There is a listen, our election when election result announced, the existing chief minister resigned. That means the Congress chief minister resigned. The newly elected members of the legislative assembly of Lokdal chose Devilal as their leader. That's why the MLAs chose Devilal as their leader. The governor invited Devilal to be the new chief minister. 3 days after the election results were declared, he became the chief minister. Okay. Then, as soon as he became the chief minister, his government issued a government order waiving the outstanding loans of small farmers, agricultural laborers, and small businessmen. That means he already promises this. He support that promise. അദ്ദേഹം എന്താണോ വാഗ്ദാനം നൽകിയിരുന്നത് നടപ്പിൽ വരുത്തി. Then his party ruled the state for 4 years. The next election were held in 1991, but this time his party did not win popular support. The Congress won the election and formed the government. But next time, after 4 this party, Lokdal party, existed there only 4 years. After 4 years, in 1991, there is another election held, but Lokdal party didn't get support, the popular support. There again the Congress party won there. Okay, is it clear? On the basis of we understood one thing here, in a democratic country, here is existed regular interval. That means every 5 years our another election started, or we want to elect another ruler. Okay, that's why here we can change our rulers. We are not satisfied their role, we can change our rulers. That is the speciality of the democratic country. Especially here existed election. We want to elect our representatives through election. Okay, then on the basis of this we understood these things. Then we want to discuss why do we need an election? Then what makes an election democratic? Is it good how the political competition? And so many things we want to discuss. What is the next? Why do we need an election? Okay, then we want to discuss our next topic, that is why do we need elections. Okay, elections take place regularly in any democracy. Okay, next topic, why do we need elections? Why do we need elections? ഇലക്ഷൻ്റെ ആവശ്യകത എന്താണ്? Elections take place regularly in any democracy. In any democracy, there is regularly take place this election. We noted in chapter 1 that there are more than 100 countries in the world in which elections take place to choose people's representatives. Okay, listen, here is more than 100 countries in the world in which elections take place to choose people's representatives. That means we understood here is choosing representatives through election. We also read that elections are held in many countries that are not democratic. And also we know one thing, elections are held in more countries but that not democratic. Okay, all elections are not democratic. We know what is the speciality of the democratic. Okay, listen, that means here in case of our country, here is we know that more than one party, here is many parties. We can elect our own representatives on the basis of our election. Here is election procedures are free and fair manner, and so many things we want to discuss later. Here many countries there is existed election but that is not democratic election. Then we want to discuss what is the speciality of a democratic election. Okay, but why do we need elections? Then here is one question arises. What is that? Why do we need elections? Let us try to imagine a democracy without elections. Okay, here is one question arises. Why do we need elections? Just we want to imagine here is no election. Then how can we select our representatives? A rule of the people is positive without any elections if all the people can sit together every day and take all the decisions. Listen, here why do we need just we want to imagine a democracy. Here is without election. Okay, for what purpose here is election? Finding representatives or choosing representatives. Okay, now we avoid our country's case. Suppose here is we want to discuss related to our school. Okay, we know that here is we want to select our school leader, head boy or head girl. Okay, here we selected head boy, that means our school leader. Okay, on what basis here is we elect our school leader? Yes, here some candidates. Okay, then maybe 3 or 4 person. Okay, maximum 3 or 4 persons we elected who gave more vote. Okay, at the same time we know that another important thing, same as we elected our class leaders also. Okay, for what purpose here is school leader and class leader? In any important thing, for example, come to the okay, school leader or class leader. Okay, class leader, that is our representative, class leader. If we want to discuss any important matter, firstly, for example, in your case, your class teacher want to give some instructions to you, but on that occasion didn't get time for discussing everything. On that time he just called the leader and gave some instructions. He discussed or gave some instructions to you, that means our class leader. And then here we want to discuss some important matters. On that occasion all students come and sit together, they can't decide anything. But if we try to just call the class leaders, they can decide speedily, because for example from here 1 to 10th standard we know that here is only some representatives, that means 1 to 10th standard maybe nearly 20 or 25 students. 25 students can sit together and they can decide everything. Okay. At the same time, you just imagine 1 to 10 standard, nearly 800 students, they sit together, they decide everything. Is it possible? That's not possible. That's why here want to some election. For what purpose here is election? To finding the representatives. Here is no representatives. We can't do anything, because that create a very difficult situation. That is not possible. Here is everything is running properly or smoothly going on, everything. On what basis? What is the reason behind it? Because here is representatives. On what basis we can select the representatives, and so many things we want to discuss here. Can you follow my class? Okay, now we want to imagine here is no election or here is no representatives. What will happen here? Imagine that. Okay, let us try to imagine a democracy without elections. A rule of the people is possible without any elections if all the people can sit together every day and take all the decision. But as we have already seen in chapter 2, this is not possible in any large community. We already discussed earlier. It is not possible in any large community. All are sit together every day and decide everything. That is not possible. It's impossible. Okay. Then but as we have already seen in chapter 2, this is not possible in any large community, nor is it possible for everyone to have the time and knowledge to take decisions on all matters. Therefore, in most democracies, people rule through their representatives. In most democracies, people rule through their representatives. Okay. Is there a democratic way of electing representatives without election? Let us think of a place where representatives are selected on the basis of age and experiences. Then another thing, we want to select our representatives on the basis of age and experience. Age and also their experience. That person is well experienced. That type of. Here, or a place where they are chosen on the basis of education or knowledge, maybe age, then experience, then education or knowledge, and so many factors here we consider what will happen. There could be some difficulty in deciding who is more experienced or knowledgeable. Okay, that is another important thing. It is not possible. Who is more experienced people? Who is the more knowledgeable? Which person is the more experienced person? That will create here is some difficulty. But let us say the people can resolve this difficulty clearly. Such a place does not require elections. But let us say the people can resolve these difficulties clearly. Such a place does not require elections. People can clearly find out this. There is no need election. But here we know that here surely need some election, or surely need elections, because we want to find our representatives or we want to elect our representatives. Otherwise, here some difficulties create. Okay, but can we call this place a democracy? How do we find out if the people like their representatives or not? How do we ensure that these representatives rule as per the wishes of the people? How to make sure that those who the people don't like do not remain their representatives? This requires a mechanism by which people can choose their representatives at regular interval and change them if they wish to do so. This mechanism is called election. Okay. Therefore, elections are considered essential in our times for any representative democracy. Underline that. Listen. In any representative democracy, there is surely need elections. We call it is a mechanism here existing regular interval. That means if we are not satisfied the existing role, on that occasion we can select another ruler or another representatives through election. That's why here in a democratic country surely need there is some elections. Otherwise it creates some problem there. Okay, I repeat, here arises some questions. We already read that questions, but again I repeat the same questions. Okay, what are the questions? But can we call this place a democracy? Listen, we can clearly identify one person that is a more eligible person, that means a very knowledgeable person, very experienced person, that is the ruler. That is not a democracy. Okay, we can't call that the democracy. How do we find out if the people like their representatives or not? How do we people select their representatives or not? How do we ensure that these representative rule as per the wishes of the people? Listen, here we know that the rulers are ruled behalf of the people. Behalf means vendi. What is the reason behind it? Here rulers are ruled behalf of the people because people are elected by the rulers. Who are elected here is the people. People chose their representatives. That's why the representatives have some responsibility. They always rule behalf of the people. They always want to consider the needs of the people. Am I right? Okay. Then this requires a mechanism. Here one another question. How to make sure that those who the people don't like do not remain their representatives? This requires a mechanism by which the people can choose their representatives at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. This mechanism is called election. All of you underline that. What is called election? Yes, the mechanism by which people can choose their representatives at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. This mechanism is called election. Therefore, elections are considered essential in our times for any representative democracy. In an election, the voters make many choices. They can choose who will make laws for them. Then, they can choose who will form the government and take major decisions. They can choose the party whose policies will guide the government and law making. Listen, in an election, the voters make many choices. What are the choices? Here is, yes, they can choose who will make laws for them. Then, they can choose who will form the government and take major decisions. Okay, listen, they can choose who will form the government. Which party will form the government and take major decisions? Who will take major decisions? And also, they can choose the party whose policies will guide the government and the lawmaking. Whose policies will guide the government and the lawmaking, and so many things we consider. That means that means here is the people. They decide everything. Here is who are our representatives, how we can select our representatives through election, and so many things. Without election, that is not a smooth democracy. Okay, listen, I repeat, today we discussed electoral politics. Okay, electoral politics, through this chapter we want to discuss what is the need of election, what are the procedures of election, how we can select our representatives, on what basis we can select our representatives, what is the reason behind it. Here is a free and fair election. What are the procedures? Then the beginning of this chapter we already discussed assembly election in Haryana. On the basis of we understood there is some promises. Listen, the representatives, that means the candidate gave some promises. If they provide some promises, maybe the people support that people because they expect everything, but they are not satisfied their role. Surely they will select another party the next time. Okay. We already discussed these matters from this chapter. Again, I told you one thing. Today also, all of you want to read your textbook very careful and prepare some short note or underline everything. I mean important things, and also want to study very well. Okay, to be continued on next class. Thank you, children.